One of the great things about music, one of the most powerful things I think about music, is that it's able to make you feel empathy for people that you've never met before, that you don't know. Now, you know, any music does that. I do it, Adele does it, everyone does it. You know, you listen to that person talking about their emotional situation and you think, oh, they've read my mail, I feel like that. You know, music can make you feel that kind of empathy. There's a solidarity in song that you get going to a gig and the person on stage is singing your favourite song, 1,000 other people singing it, you're singing at the top of your voice. Whatever emotions you've invested in that song are immediately accepted by everybody in the room. And you go away feeling, you know, part of something much bigger. You don't feel that you're alone. That's the real power that music has. And we live in a twisted time when there's a kind of a war on empathy at the moment. Anyone who expresses any compassion for people outside their racial group or national group or gender group or ethnic group is immediately attacked as being politically correct or accused of virtue signalling. You know, the so-called alt-right, they can't stand the idea of empathy. It's the thing they hate the most, the thing that winds them up more than anything else. And my hunch is why they're so afraid of empathy is that they know that if you mix empathy with activism, you get solidarity. And that's what they're the most afraid of, people coming together to support one another across borders and across racial divides, exactly what we're doing tonight, to support people from outside of our community who are coming to seek help here. You know, this is exactly the sort of thing that they can't stand. So that's what music can do. And this song, sometimes you have to kind of make that explicit to audiences rather than just rely on them to get it. Sometimes people are only coming to gig because they want to get drunk or shagged or just happy. And I'm in favour of all three of those. Although I only get happy now. That's a good thing for a family man. But it's, you know, it's something that we need to underscore. You know, the real enemy of empathy, perhaps the enemy of all of us who want to make the world a better place, is not capitalism or conservatism, it's cynicism. And it's our own cynicism, it's our own feeling that nothing will ever change, that you know, nobody else gives a shit about this stuff and all politicians are the same. That's what the Daily Mail want you to believe. They want you to believe you're on your own. But events like this, all of us here tonight, and people all around the world, suggest that the Daily Mail are actually wrong, which isn't a surprise when you think about it. Because their view of human nature is so low. So I've got this song for you. The Americans have a chant you sometimes hear on their demonstrations. You sometimes hear it here, actually. This is what democracy looks like. It's a great slogan, but unfortunately in this country, democracy at the moment looks like Brexit. It's a kind of ugly, pinched little thing. So I'm more interested, and you don't get to do it all the time. You only really get to do things like that once every 5 years. So I'm more interested in what solidarity looks like. And this is what solidarity looks like, what we're doing here tonight. You know, whenever I see solidarity, I always want to celebrate it. So this song takes its cue both from what happened in Charlottesville in August, where a bunch of neo-Nazis come to town to wind up people, and also something that happened in Birmingham in similar circumstances in spring this year. There was an English Defence League march there, and a bunch of EDL racists were haranguing a woman in a hijab, and a young British Asian woman called Sophia Khan stepped between this woman with the hijab and these loudmouth racist arseholes and just looked into the loudest, littlest one's face with a big smile. And she just kept smiling at him until he shut up. And that, to me, is how we have to respond to these people. We can't respond in the same sort of anger and hate all the time. Obviously, sometimes push comes to shove, you have to react like that. But I think really, we need to hang on to our compassion and hang on to our sense of solidarity. And you may have seen the photograph in the paper of her. It's a very, very powerful photograph. And that is exactly what solidarity looks like. So that's the sing-along line in this. It's at the end, and it just goes like that. This is what solidarity looks like. That's how it goes. So.